Hey, are you a business owner, real estate agent, self-employed entrepreneur trying to enter the online business and heard of ClickFunnels or Russell Brunson? Well, my name is Emiliano and I have a series for you. I'm going to read all three of these books for the second time, but this time I'm going to be documenting every chapter in a video. Hey everybody, Emiliano here, and with the first video we're going to be going over the .com secrets, the first chapter of the book, or probably not the first chapter because he has each chapter defined as each a secret. So we're probably going to be going over the introduction and the secret formula that he talks about in the very beginning of the book. Guys, if you are interested in these books, I'll leave the descriptions in the link below. I'll leave my the link in the description below so you guys can access these books. If you guys want to go ahead and purchase the book, they're going to offer you the 3-bundle series, which I suggest you should get, because with the 3-bundle series you're going to get a 4th book which you can actually make notes on everything that you read, which I should have done in the beginning. I didn't do it myself, so now I'm going through the books again and making notes on my computer and for each chapter, and then basically documenting these videos, documenting each chapter in these videos. Okay, so today, .com secrets. Russell Brunson starts the first introduction basically going over how he got into the whole marketing and funnel world from a very young age. The introduction just basically he goes into some storytelling of how he was introduced to late night TV watching with his father when he was 12 years old. That it was like one fluke one night. Back then there used to be infomercials. If you are of age, you probably remember, probably after 10 or 11 there was a lot of infomercials, and he was captured for some weird reason for these infomercials, and the internet wasn't what it is today, so the core of selling was done through TV and radio ads. So he got into infomercials. He started signing up for everything he could get his hands on, and he actually started reading the sales forms that he would get in the mail, because nowadays instead of getting an email, back then you would get a sales form in the mail in the form of a letter, right? And then you would have to opt in sending something back. Okay, so he basically goes through that in the introduction, and then they have a really cool picture of him when he is off to college, and they show, let me see if I can find it here. They show a picture of him. Basically, he had a whole box of just infomercial stuff that he had collected over the years, and he was just studying the sales copy of every sales form, and that's how he got into it. So that's the beginning of Russell Brunson. That's the introduction. Now we're going to go into the first section of the book, which is called Sales Funnel Secrets. Okay, so here in the Sales Funnel Secrets, he talks about, let me just take a quick look at my notes. So he starts off with a story, and it's the potato gun story. So if you've followed Russell Brunson in the past, you know about the potato gun story. He was a college student. He was an athlete student, a wrestler. He was unemployed, and he was basically he was like young. He was 2 out of his wrestling team. They were married. They were only 2 that were married, and they were basically having their wives were working, and they were just being full-time athlete students. So it was one summer, I guess, or it was one spring break where they were kind of bored. Their wives were working. Him and his friend were kind of bored because all their other friends were out to Vegas or something like that. So they came up with this idea, and it was a potato gun. And so the potato gun, they wanted to build a potato gun, and he got the idea of searching on Google. He found a website that would tell him how many searches of potato gun were being done on Google on a monthly basis. And back then, basically there was 18 monthly searches being done on Google that had any relation with a potato gun. So he got the idea of selling a potato gun. So he said, okay, there's 18,000 people searching for potato gun, but nobody's selling it. There's a bunch of free information out there, but nobody's actually selling how to make a potato gun. So he started studying the potato gun, and he built a potato gun with his friend. They tested it, and they got really into this whole potato gun. And basically he says that he learned in a week pretty much more than there was to learn about a potato gun. More than 99% of the population will ever know about a potato gun. I don't even know what a potato gun looks like. So he started advertising the potato gun on Google. Google ads were very cheap at the time, so he was spending about $10 a day. He created a DVD on how to build a potato gun. They went to Home Depot, bought the PVC pipes, they filled themselves, and they tested the potato gun. So he had this idea of selling this DVD to these folks that were actually searching how to build a potato gun. So he started doing his ads on Google. It was averaging him about 25 cents per ad, per click. He was spending about $10 a day in ads, and he was averaging one sale a day. He was selling this DVD for about $37. So he was making up about $27 a day just running an ad on automatic, right? It was easy money. He thought it was successful, okay? So he did this for a few months, and then came what he calls the Google slap. Because remember, you don't have control over what Google does. So basically, Google changed their algorithms and their pricing, and then overnight, his click went from 25 cents to $3 per click. So he was basically out of business in just a few days, because now he went from spending $10 a day in ads to spending $50 a day to sell one DVD for $37. So if you do the math, he was obviously negative every single day. So he was devastated. He turned his ads off, and then he waited for a few weeks, and until one of his friends contacted him, and he told him how McDonald's makes money. And he gave him the story of how McDonald's loses money every time somebody comes up to the drive-thru and orders a burger, because it costs them so much X dollars to make a burger, but they were selling, let's say it cost them $1.20 to make a burger, but they were selling it for 89 cents a cheeseburger or something like that. But the trick was, when they get up to the window, they would upsell them for a drink and some fries, $1.77 for a drink, and then $2.50 for fries. And that's how McDonald's made their money. So they got the traffic in, losing money with the burger, but then they would upsell them to a $2 drink and almost a $3 order of fries. And that's how basically they became profitable. So with that came the idea of the one-time offer. Okay, so now he started looking to see what he can offer his customer, the customer that was interested in building a potato gun, what else he could offer their customer that would, basically complete the order, make a happier customer. So they started looking into building kits. So he found out some guy somewhere, he doesn't really get into the details, some part of the country, to build them kits that they could actually sell with the potato gun DVD. So now every time that somebody came into their landing page, they were offered the DVD for $37, and then they were offered the opportunity to buy a building kit. So folks don't have to go to Home Depot and buy the PVC pipes and all this other stuff. They could actually buy the building kit to build a potato gun with everything in it, right? So it was convenient, and they were selling this kit for $197. So now it went from spending $50 a day in one ad to same thing, spending $50 in ads a day, selling one DVD. But now he said that about every 3 sales of the DVD, he would sell the kit for $137. So now when you average that out, he was actually making $52 profit every day. So 2 things happened. He was actually, without him knowing it, he was actually basically upped his price. His advertisement cost went up 8 times, 8-fold, but he was able to still be profitable in the midst of, paying $3 per click versus 25 cents. And then the other part of it was that he was actually serving his customers a lot more than he was before, because now the customers had the opportunity to buy a kit to build the potato gun, yeah. So he was, having happier customers, and he was being more profitable, while Google was charging 8 times what they were charging before for ads. So that was basically kind of like his first funnel. He built his first funnel without even knowing it. So then, let me see. Then he started building funnels on, then he talks about how he started, he was very successful with this, and he started building funnels just about on everything. He goes on into, let me see if I can find that page here. he got very creative, and he started building not only potato guns, but he started doing speed reading courses, baby sign language books, companion classes, dating courses, supplements, physical products, weight loss training, network marketing, applications, and a lot more. So he started getting very creative, and he started creating landing pages and advertisements for all these different products. Okay, so and then he goes out and he tells us about a quote from Dan Kennedy, and I'm gonna read you guys the quote. It says, "Ultimately, the business that can spend the most to acquire a customer wins. A business beats its competition by making the same prospect worth more to his business than that of his competition." So what he means by that is that if he is able to pay more for a customer, that means he's offering something of value that can basically cover the cost of that customer, of that $3 click, and still be profitable. So if you can pay for your ads and be profitable, that means you can spend more on ads. That means you can capture more of the market, right? So that's what Dan Kennedy quotes about. So then, the funnels generate. So then he talks about people in their business need funnels. So they would ask him all the time, who needs a funnel, or why does a business need a funnel? And his answer would always be, if your business needs leads or needs to make money, sales, then your business needs a funnel. So he started building funnels for just about everything, not just only to generate leads, but to actually also sell products. Then he talks about how he in the first section of the book, he goes into differentiating what a funnel is versus a website, and he does a really good analogy by telling a story of, not telling a story, kind of like putting you in a situation, like if you hand out a brochure, like if you have a brick and mortar store and you hand out a brochure to every person that's walking by, that's basically what a website is. People are going to get confused when they open the brochure, and there's so much information in the brochure that, basically a confused mind always says no, right? So he tells us that brochure is the website. There's too much information on the website. People just keep walking, throw the brochure away, and nothing gets done. Versus if you have somebody outside of your brick and mortar store handing out that same brochure, but speaking to the person and finding out exactly what they need, on the brochure, then this person actually walks the person into the store through all the distractions that they might have in the store, right to the product that person needs. That's what a funnel is. It eliminates all the distractions and takes the customer through a journey where it takes them to that single point or aspect or whatever it is that customer is looking for, by one action, one click, or just walking to that product. Okay. So he goes on to, there's a funnel for everything. Some may done. Then he talks about how some of these funnels may be done differently, but the process is always the same for each of them. Each page starts with a hook. It grabs your attention. Then he tells a story to create value or perceived value, and then he makes an offer to take you to the next page. And that, in essence, is what a funnel is, and that is what he covers in the first section of the book. Section 1, a sales funnel secret. Okay, so stick around for the series. Next video, we're going to go into chapter 2, which is the secret number 1, the secret formula. Okay, .com secrets. If you guys want to get this book, there's a link in the description. See you guys in the next video.